Essentially, I just took two master's modules, one on 19th century children's literature and one on literature and knowledge, and enjoyed them both so much that I thought I'd just combine them and turn them into a PhD. I guess just continuing to exist in a university environment as well was kind of why I wanted to do it, mainly because here at the university I get to do my PhD. I get to do my research, but I also get to play American football, I get to coach, I get to do a million and one other things, and I just don't think there's anywhere better in the working environment in the UK at the moment that allows me to do such a broad range of things. So yeah, so topics that really interested me, but also just staying within a university context. I guess in two ways. One is when I let kind of the magnitude of what needs doing overcome me, that kind of, when you have so much to do that you don't even get started, I think is one of them. The other one is when I do so many other enjoyable things, so things like my sports coaching or things like my teaching, which I massively enjoy, and end up putting so much effort into those, and I'd rather be doing those than the PhD kind of thing, that I neglect the PhD. So I think those two situations really. To get myself out of PhD slumps, I guess it's just a case of steeling myself and kind of thinking, right, tomorrow I've absolutely, got to do this no matter what kind of thing, and just getting into that role and just getting into that habit of saying that if tomorrow is the day that I'm doing the PhD, then tomorrow is the day that I'm doing the PhD. But I guess also not beating myself up about it too much, that if the day's gone and I've done something else, then the day's gone, and accepting that kind of thing, and then just forgiving myself for that in that sense, but quite easily doing that and just saying, right, let it go, next thing. I think, right, and tomorrow's the day that I do work, get up and don't turn on the TV, don't do anything to steel myself for that day, and make sure that I just walk past the TV, walk past the fridge, and just sit down and start working. I think that's a really difficult question in the sense that everybody's individual. So I guess it would have to be find what intrinsically motivates you and re-tap into that, because intrinsic motivation is always going to have a much more lasting impact than extrinsic motivation. So whatever started you on the PhD journey, go back and read the book or the paper or whatever it was that really inspired you to do it, and re-tap into that source of why you're doing it. And also remembering that at the end of the day, as amazing as the PhD may be at the end of it, it's also just a stepping stone. Is what is going to come after the PhD? Why are you doing the PhD? And what's coming after that's going to keep you going? So really tapping back into those intrinsic motivations.